right. I don't expect anybody to watch this at what time this is actually going up. Let's see if we... Okay, I'm live. Great. So, I originally streamed Cloudspire yesterday, and I made so many mistakes, I took it down. And, of course, I obsessed over it all night. And I'm laying in bed about 5:30 Eastern, and I'm going, oh my God, I need to reshoot this. And I've got so much going on. It looked horrible. So I made sure it went down, and we're going to redo it. And I'm going to tell you all the things I did wrong. So when you get your copy, you make sure that you do it right. Now, I don't expect anybody to watch this. I think it's like 6:15 in the morning. I'm getting ready to go to the gym, and I just wanted to do this and do it right, because this game deserves to do it right. I did a couple things. I reread the book. I actually watched Ricky Royale's fantastic. That guy, there isn't one thing that he doesn't do right. Matter of fact, I got my Mage Knight up there, and every time I look at it, I think of him, because I want to play it again, because it was one of the first and one of my most favorite games I ever played, and I watched his whole walkthrough of it, and it was glorious. He just does a great job at things. You know, sometimes you got to give praise to the people that just do fantastic work, and there's some of them out there. A sip of water out of the old Godzilla cup, and we're ready to go. All right, so let's go down to the table and take a look. All right, here's where I went wrong. First of all, when I started building my guys up, okay, and during a couple of waves, I had them in front of my minions. Now, it doesn't stop the minions. The minions will go over and throw a beating on him, so they don't care if he's a hero or not. That's number one. The elf kamikaze, when he comes out, he only comes out after cram, so my minions can work their way around. There's other things that I'll explain as we're playing. I was confused about how the events happen and all that stuff. So right now I've got it all figured out, everything where it needs to be, and we are going to go through our first wave here, at least. So we got 5 CP. We have absolutely no source. We have 10 health. Okay, because I made a few mistakes here. Darb, I put the full power. This spire shoots. I thought it was controlled by the Elven Kazi, but it isn't. And I do not go off the top stats here. I go off the stack here. So whatever they have in their stack, that's how they shoot. So the whole thing is, I've got to get here. I've got to take these things out, and I've got to be a little bit smarter. The only thing I'm not sure about is if a hero gets back to the castle, is he able to heal? And that's something that kind of accuses me. The amount of attack that can sustain, units, the amount of damage that can be sustained before its defeat, indicated by the other thing is that he had an attack die, and what happened is I took off an attack die instead of health. So I made quite a few mistakes, but I've got it down now, and we are going to get this right, and we are going to make sure that you guys have something that you can go by. This new fantastic wonderful game. So I'm going to fix all that. We got some CP to spend to get our guys going, so I'm going to take a dispatch here at 3. Okay, let's use the other camera angle so you guys can see everything. I want you to be able to see everything. I don't even know if you guys can hear me or see me, because I believe nobody is watching, which I can't blame at this time in the morning. Okay, so our dispatch here, he's going to get 3 health, and he cost 3 3 combat points. So I'm going to use him. He has range, and he comes out not on his star side. And that's the other thing. I have to fill up all his abilities before I can flip him over. So I got this down, and I'm excited about it. We're going to come out with a Battleborn. Oh, there we go. And we're going to use that. That has 3 health. Now these things are going to get chewed up. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Here's another thing that's really kind of devastating is the Harriers come out in this first wave on their promoted side. So they're nasty. So they're only going to give you 1 CP, which I'm going to show you over here. I know it's so early. And I think they're going to come out as a group. So we just have 3 Harriers at 2 health apiece. And we could just use the 2 health. So it kind of stacks up like this. And I'll show you overhead. Again, I want to make sure that we're doing this right for you this time. Okay, so that's how that's going to go. So when one dies, what happens is the next one just comes up to bat. And there you go. And quick strike is nasty. So I gotta take care of things, and I gotta kind of really be careful of what I do. So we've done the invent phase, we've done the income phase, market phase there is none, build phase, which we just got through taking care of all our stuff here. Declare your marks, prepare units into a deployment stack, which I did. Now we're ready for the meat of the game, which is the Onslaught phase. So we go through and we do everything. There's another rule here that if we get attacked by somebody, Cram, his defense does not count. He will take damage on a retaliation. So even if somebody has 1 attack, he will take damage on a retaliation. Let me get my face out here. We don't need to see that. Alright, let me move this over, and we're going to be off and running here. I don't even know if this is live, but hey, whatever. Let's have some fun here. Early in the morning before I go to the gym. Unbelievable. Alright, I'm going to take out one. There's another thing that we'll talk about when it pops up. And I just want to have a token there. And we'll explain it later on. Whew. Okay, so we're going to start my turn. And the first thing I'm going to do is, now there's another thing that you have to know. You either move Cram, or you move these guys, or you move these guys, or you move Cram. You don't move Cram a couple, and then move one of these, and then move another hero, and move another thing. No, you have to either do all your heroes, a full movement of your hero, and then all your minions. So all your minions, if you decide to go with all your minions, you got to go with all your minions. Alright, so the Battleborn is going to move 3. And that's going to be 1, 2. See, I probably should, you know what, I'm going to restack that. Because I do not want him to. Alright, that's what I want to do. I want to slow this down. So we're going to go 1, 2, and then he's going to go 2 and follow up. Cram is going to, he's now locked here. So I don't want to move him at all. But I'm going to do a little bit of an exploration to kind of find out what's underneath here. Okay, Fair Fight Bounty Hunter. That's kind of interesting. Let me find out what Fair Fight does. Okay. Because I don't want it to be a fair fight. I want us to win. Alright, so Fair Fight. Mark talents. Fair Fight. Okay, Fair Fight. This unit stat is equal to that of the unit it is attacking or retaliating against. Okay, so it would be 3. Okay. Alright, so this is going to be worth doing. we're going to want to attack him. So we're going to attack him. So are there spires in the way? Are there spires that can fight here? Well, they have range of 2. So that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, because you never can count this, which is adjacent. You count so everybody's out of range. There's no way this spire can get to anybody. And the same thing over here. So we're safe. So in the first turn, that's exactly what's going to happen. We're going to have the spires fire. Now the exploration, and we're going to decide to attack. Okay. Now, if I attacked with him first, that would not be cool. And the reason being is that what would happen is he would get a retaliation. So he has 4 health, and I can take him out. Oops, Battleborn is on his right side. There we go. Oh, it didn't matter if I had the Battleborn out. That's what I was all confused about. Okay, so we're going to switch that over to the way I wanted it. Okay. All right, so whoever he's attacking, he's going to do 1 damage to. So he's going to attack him for 1. Okay, so he has 4 health. Basically, this is all going to die. So he's going to take 1 damage right off the bat. Okay, we're going to lose him. And then he's going to attack for 1, which will kill him. And then, oh, that was 5 I had. And then he's going to finish him off for 2. And that's going to be great. Now, here's what happens. Because I finished him off, okay, I get an upgrade. So we made it so Cram finishes them off. So whoever finishes them, if they have the ability to upgrade, they're going to get an upgrade for finishing them off. First of all, we're going to get some very valuable CP, which is really important to us right now. So we've got 3 CP there. Source, excuse me, because Source is at a premium. We're going to get this chip out of here. We were able to negotiate that, and now we have an open spire, which is fantastic. And that can help us. I want to store the CP, and what I'm going to do is I am going to get an extra, boy, I could go with an extra attack, which would help. But I think right now, I want to concentrate on defense. So we're going to get a defensive chip here, and that's going to help us. Now, should I get 1 more, I could flip him over, but I would lose all my upgrades. So that's something to think about. Now, on this side of the board here, all right, and let's just go to the closer view. And for those of you coming in, this is a replay of what happened last night, but I fixed all the rules. So at the beginning, I explained everything, pretty much everything, but I'm going to show you how this works properly. I thought yesterday's stream was one of the worst streams I've ever done, and I obsessed about it all evening. I couldn't sleep, so I'm replaying it this morning before I go to the gym, or else I'll be thinking about it even at the gym. So good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are. Okay, so the Harriers are going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Right there. Now, that's our first round. So now we go up to the top here. And during an onslaught phase, I can actually build a spire here if I wanted to. I don't think I want to. You have to have influence. So this has influence over this already. So that's a good thing. But I'm kind of thinking, do I want to put a drilling outpost there for now? And I've got to be able to protect it. I think because I would get double the source, it makes sense to use that. I would get 6. I think it's not the time to do a spire. Let's try to get these Harriers out of the way. So anyways, we're going to move now, and we're going to move 1, 2, 1, 2. Now I've got to think, I got to get to this high rise, because I think this high rise is pretty important. The Elven Kazi, will only come out to here. He'll only come out 3. 1, 2, 3. He only has that much range. The range of a 3. So I think I'm going to come 1, 2, and I can absorb a little bit of damage here, I believe. Because, no, I'm still out of range here, but he's in range here. So he's going to get chewed up no matter how you look at it. So the way this goes is spires do a couple of things. They attack the hero first, and then they attack the fortress, and then minions. So since they're not attacking any minions, we're going to do our spire. We're going to do our spire first. So the closest minion, that's going to be this guy here. We're going to do the mignonette for right off the bat. And for the 4 people watching, how are you? It's real early. So we're going to take 2 dice here, and we're going to roll, and we're going to see what happens. I'm going to roll this so you guys can see this. I'm going to move these relic cards because they're really irrelevant right now. And you know something? I've got something over here that I got from Chip Theory Games. Why don't we use it, right? Yeah. Well, no, you can't even see that. All right, well, we're not going to use the bowl. So I'll roll it. Well, we can roll it from above. How's that? And we'll get our... There we go. All right, because it doesn't affect anything. And they're going to be shooting on the Battleborn. And, oh boy, that's 2 hits. And, well, hey, thanks for coming by and playing. That's for doggone sure. So that's done. So now, the spires have turned. We can do an exploration, I believe. And I think we can kind of see what's under here. A rift walk, it's a gate port. And that, let's find out what that does. It has overload. The revealing faction may choose to convert this minion, controlling it as if it were its own. Place this minion on the closest valid path hex. When this minion is defeated, no reward is granted. Now Riftwalk, what does that do? Treat this landmark as a path hex. Moving onto it instantly teleports a unit to another landmark with the talent Riftwalk. Well, we can turn it over. It's not going to do anything. Locate. Locate. Okay, hold on. On adjacent aisle, and swap 2 landmark chips along with your hero. This swap does not count as part of your hero's movement. When your hero moves off this landmark, replace 1 health under it. Okay, so it's really doesn't do anything. All it is a block, and you have to defeat it. I don't know how you would defeat it. Overload. On your turn, if a unit adjacent to this landmark, you may spend 6 part and discord and gain its reward. Oh, which would be a rune. So we would be able to get a rune out of this. It's not something I'm interested in, so we're gonna leave it be. Attack. Well, this has a range of 2. No, that's not going to do it. This has this can hit. Well, he's already gone. He already took out the guy there. And this has 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. So we're just out of range here. But here comes our friends here, and I'm going to turn this around. Big Bang, what's up? Like I told everybody, Big Bang, I screwed up so many things. I wanted to make it right. I couldn't sleep. It bothered me. So we're going to move around here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's right. We could have done their movement. And, I get confused whether you move them first. You may move heroes, minions. Use their full movement and make progress on their marks if possible. Okay. I would think he would be able to range 2 hit him for 1. Yeah, there we go. Because it spires. Oh no, they do their full turn. Okay, so that makes sense. So that would not come to pass. So we had nobody to attack at that particular moment. They had nobody to attack. That's the end of the Onslaught phase. Now we're going to move and do our thing. Now this is where it can get a little tricky. I think everybody moves. I move, then they move. I move, the spires go, they do their movement, and then we attack. Any retaliation? That's interesting. Alright, I've got to figure out how I want to do this. So, he's going to move. He's going to move 2. 1, 2. And 1, 2, 3. No, he would not. There's no way he would be able to get there. And then if I move 1, 2, because I need to take this high rise out at all costs. Now the spire, of course, is going to attack me first. Now the harriers would move 1, 2. The Elvenkazi sees Crom, and he's in range, but there's somebody there, and he cannot land on that particular area. So it would be 1, 2, 3, but he wouldn't be able to get to him. 1, 2, 3, he couldn't get to him. So he stays in his nest. But the spire does shoot, so it has 2 range. So it's 1, 2, 3. He can hit here. Also, this guy here can hit 1, 2, 3. All right, so he's going to take 2 attack dice, and he's going to attack. Also, our friend here has quick strike. So before his turn, he's going to hit him for 2. Alright. So if he can survive this, I just don't think he moves right that... Okay. Yeah. That moves here. They do the spires first. So we don't even worry about that right now. And he would get a retaliation against the spire. This interesting point that I'm going to show you, that how things change a little bit. So right here, he's going to shoot into there, and that's going to be 2. So 2 dice, and wow. Okay, so we don't even have to worry about it. He's completely wiped out because we just rolled 4 on our guy there. So is this in range? 1, 2, 3. Because I think the kamikaze would come out, but we would wait for their movement. Okay, we're still doing spires, so the spire's not close enough to do that. He's going to attack here. Now he gets 1 die. So what we're hoping is that we can absorb it. And it does 1. And we just absorb it. Because we have armored, which absorbs 1 hit. If it was a 2, we would have taken a hit. Now he gets to attack. Now here's the funny thing about this, because you can do 2 here. Okay? What's going to happen is, you don't take away 2, you take away an actual just 1 chip. So even, it doesn't matter how much damage you do, you only lose 1 chip, one health chip. So that goes back to there, and boom, that's where we're at there. Now I got to get back a little bit. Now these guys come 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're going to attack. So they're going to do actually 1 damage. He's going to retaliate for 2. Yeah, he's going to retaliate for 2. Because he gets a retaliation, and that is going to kill one of the Harriers. And we're going to get 1 CP. And he's going to get 1 upgrade for that. So he lost an upgrade, but we're going to come back with a health here. And that's the way that works. Oh boy. So in the Onslaught phase, I've got to get Cram out of there. Because I got to block their way, or else they're going to head right to the heart of everything, and I can't have that. I was hoping to slow things up, but I just couldn't. And I do believe they would have moved right there. Because I think the movement is simultaneous. So that would have killed him, and that would have not have been able to bring that out. Okay, that makes sense. So we're going to move all my faction first. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2. And I think that makes sense because they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Or do I block the path here? I probably have to block the path. And I'm going to have to take some really serious hits here. Now, next Harrier steps up. He's going to come 1. He's going to come right in there. Now this can only attack that way. The Kamikaze is going to come out. He's going to do 1, 2, 3. And that's the way that's going to go. So our Spire is going to fire first. We're going to do that. So we're going to take 2 dice, and hopefully we can survive this. Alright. 3. That was not what I needed. Alright. Oh, but I absorbed 1, so I take 2. So this is actually going to go away, and that 1 health. So I've got to do that. Alright, I think we got this now. The Kamikaze is going to hit. Now, the funny thing about it is Kamikaze with Glide Bomb does 2 and takes itself out. So he's going to blow himself up. Oh, actually, I get to strike first. No. And actually, he has Quick Strike, so he would go. He would do 1 damage to me, which is fine. I would go do 2 damage to him, getting rid of a Harrier and getting an upgrade, which again, I'm going to take that, and that's going to give me 1 more CP, which is going to bring us up to 5. I mean, source, excuse me. The Elvenkazi is going to blow himself up. And he's going to do 2 damage. We're going to absorb 1. Getting rid of our upgrade again. And also taking out the Harrier, which I am not going to get anything for that. So he takes everything out. He's out for the wave. The wave is concluded. And we're right there. Woof. So we've got 3 health, and that is the end of the wave. Somehow we survived the wave. So now we're where we need to be. Now let me take this off. I want to come up top. All right, so we've got a few things that we understand. It's really hard. This is very, very difficult because you have to plan things out. Like moving, when I moved Cram over here, and I'm going to show you from the top view here. When I moved Cram over here, if I left him here, those Harriers took off. That they would have went right to the thing and just started chewing things up, and I would not have been able to get Cram over there. I would have taken a whole bunch of damage before anything else. So you really have to plan out your moves and really think what you're doing and make sure that you have everything planned out. It's not that easy because you have to keep Cram alive, which is hard enough as it is. Okay, I mean, on my turn, I've got to get him the heck out of here, and you know, I've got to get him to a certain area where I could feel a little bit safer, and maybe try to get him back where I can actually survive this somehow. Not easy whatsoever. So that would take one damage. Boy. So now what happens is they regroup. Everything rehappens. We have 5 CP that we can use. So now this is where we start trying to get prepped for the next wave of stuff that happens. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to the event phase, and what we're going to roll is on the event chart here, and that's on this page here. So we're going to come up top. I'm going to give you a top view here. Event die result. So we're going to roll a 6-sided die, and I'm going to read to you what happens. So 1, add an attack upgrade to Dard, even if he's not yet in play. Ignore upgrade restrictions. So he's going to get one of these attack die, and my boy Darb now has 2 attack. Great. Yep, that's what he's got. So, wow, that's pretty hardcore. So he has 2 attack. So he's going to be coming at you with 2 attack coming right out of the gate. Nice, because you ignore everything on his thing here. So we jacked him up. Cram. Opposing, attacking Cram. If opposing 4, opposing Spire. We need to take leveling attack upgrades, ignore upgrade restrictions. Alright, so now we have 7 CP and an Architect. So that's going to help us out a lot. So I want to break this Architect out because he's going to be a big... He's going to play pretty big into this. So I want this Architect. He comes out with 4 health. And he's going to take a bit of a beating, but I think he's going to help us. So I've got that. I get that for free. I get 7 CP. Before I start building him out, we need to do our source. So we have 5 source, and we've got to figure out what we want to build in the gate. Now, this is not easy. So, do I want to go 3? Do I want to spend 3 points and do a drilling refinement? Every turn I would get +3 source during each income phase. Source is really key because it's really going to help me build the things that I really need to build. If I had 1 more source, I could have built a smelter, and siege towers and lance launchers spires can be constructed. So I could get something in here which would have helped us a lot. But I think I'm going to use 4 source shields. Allegiance minions deploy on their promoted side. So we have Battleborn, we have Dispatch. You know, we have a couple of guys that are really jacked up here, and Forsaken. 3 on their promoted side, but they cost 4 CP. They come out and they do 2 damage, 2 movement. They are armored and assault. Wow, that might be worth it, but that would... I have 7, so it would be him, and then I would have to take a Dispatch. I think that might be the way to go, because I'm only going to get... With 7, I'm going to get... I would get 3 units. Because I would be able to bring out 2, 4, and then a 3 with a Dispatch. So it's kind of tough deciding what you want to bring out here. So, you know, that's the beauty of this game, is making, you know, trying to decide the decisions. You know, we've got 7 CP. Okay, yeah, I could bring out the Forsaken, which has assault, and he's tempered. Well, he has assault and unruly coming out of the gate. Or I can get this guy with armored and assault, which is going to help because he's going to absorb the damage, and I hope that he would be able to, if I give him the correct, but he only moves 1. So, you know, he's just plodding along, and I've got to try to figure out how I want to do that. The Kamikaze is going to come back to this roof, so we've got to get rid of this somehow, some way. And then we have this whole thing, which is just a complete nightmare. So, do I jack up the Battleborn for 4, or do I use 5 for the Allegiance? Architect minions deploy on their promoted side. Now, they're another one that comes out at 4. Well, they only do 1 damage. I had him on his promoted side. So he would come out all jacked up. But being able to do 2, that might be able to be something that I do. So I think I'm going to take a chance here. I'm going to go here and Dispatch. Alright, I'm going to forget about those. I'm going to have the Allegiance come out because I think it's going to help us later on. So in the assembly here, I'm going to do an upgrade. So I'm going to put that in there to represent that. And gain an assembly die. Once per wave during the building phase, you may roll this die as a build option. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. That could be interesting. Okay, so there we go. So I used that. I didn't put a spire up. I really needed a spire. What are you going to do? We have the builder, but is he going to be able to do anything? So, a lot of tough decisions here. So, we're going to get 3 health here. And we're going to put that there. I think we're going to have the Architect on top of that. And then our Dispatch is going to have 3. And we're going to have him on top of that. Now on the other side, it really is going to get nasty because we've got to have 3 more Harriers, which we knocked off. Darb is all set. We have 3 Harriers on their promoted side. Where did I put the Harriers I defeated? Oh, here they are. I'm like, where did all the Harriers go? So they're going to come out again with their 2, and they're going to be flying. And then underneath that, they're going to come out as a group. They're going to have a joust. And the joust is just coming out as a joust. And he's going to have 3 health. He has quick strike as well. And he only moves 2. So he's going to go underneath. He's just going to follow up and just be a nuisance. So it really comes down to how do I get Cram back healed and going, and then how do I negotiate this second wave? Hey Hems 520, how are you? Good to see you. A lot different from last night. We were able to figure out a lot of things and do things correctly. So we did all that. We did our build phase. How much time do we have? 42 minutes. I think we're going to go a little bit into this. And then this next wave. So we're in wave 2. Let's see if there's anything else special that we need to know for wave 2. An attack upgrade to the bottom of an air spire of choice. Oh boy, that's during the build phase. Wow, that would be 2 attack. I'd rather have that than range. And this goes on this side, which is Sam. No, that's right. They call it air defense. I want to keep that one low. I guess I have to jack this one up. We don't want that getting too powerful, but it's going to do 2 attack this time. So hopefully we can kind of get through this. That's for sure. All right, so we are going to start our movement. And that's that's one of the things that I do get very confused about. It's been so long since I've been able to make it to a live stream. Yeah, it took me not sleeping all night and deciding to try to figure out this game. It's kind of funny. I felt so bad because I thought the other stream was just so bad. Movement. Move all your minions. Their movement must without interruption, starting with your lead minion. Move heroes. Each hero may move along or before or after. Okay. Spire fire. Okay. Each round of the Onslaught consists of players taking 1 full turn, starting with the first player on your turn. You will complete... Okay. So, I go and I do my first turn. Got it. And then they come and do their first full turn. Alright, so that makes sense now. Alright, so we were able to fix that as well. So I do everything that I'm supposed to do for my turn. So let's just do a couple rounds here. So basically what's going to happen is I want to get Cram. I want to move him out. I wonder if getting him back to because he can move through mountain, and I want to make sure that I can get him, if I can try to help him, because if he dies, the game's completely over. And I want to make sure that we're doing the right thing with the heroes. And that was one of the things I could not figure out. Movement, development, deployment, attacking, leveling up. Playing a simplified game. That's always cool. The most important thing is I need to get him out of range. So I'm going to start the turn. So we're going to start with our movement phase. So we're going to go 1, 2. Now remember what I said. If I block these guys, they're going to overrun me, and I will do damage to myself. Thankfully, I'm a morning person. That's good. It's just glad to have you here. I didn't expect anybody to be watching, to be honest with you. So I'm going to sit on this source right now. So now our dispatch is going to move, and they're going to move 1, 2. Now they can log jam each other. That's okay. Our architect is going to move 1, and then our Allegis is just going to sit there. Okay. I got to check what assault is for our guy. Assault. When attacking a spire, remove the bottom upgrade before applying damage. Ooh, that's a good one. We need to get him out there, but the problem is he's slow as molasses. And I don't know if he'll survive. So we've got 1, 2, 3, so he's not going to be able to hit him. He has no range, so he is there. This particular spire has no range. There's nothing we can do here, so we're okay. And now it's going to come over to the Harriers. The Harriers are going to move their 4. They're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the Joust is going to move 2. They have nothing that they can do. So that's the end of that particular turn. I believe if Cram gets back to the fortress, that the fortress can heal him. And I kind of want to make sure of that. Fortresses. Let's just check real quick, and I'll just talk you through everything a little bit. Fortresses, 15 and 16. There we go. Let's gate pillaging the gate during your onslaught phase. Cannot. Fortresses gain gate health tracker. We don't want it to hurt or anything. There we go. Repairing your gate. Nope, doesn't say anything about our hero being able to recharge there. So it's pretty much he's on his own. And that's for sure. And that doesn't make things very easy. Heroes must be deployed ungrouped. Each hero must be... And it doesn't say anything about healing. So if you can't heal, too bad. You're on your own. Each player should place their gate health track. Alright, so we're off and running. Let's just keep going. So I'm gonna move him here, because I believe that I can take a little bit of a bang up here. He's going to move 2, 1, 2, which is going to bring everybody into the path there. 1, 2, and then he moves 1. So that's kind of interesting. So what's going to happen is, I would assume that the Minaret, because right now we go into the phase where they attack first, he's going to attack here, and he is going to roll 2 dice. Now, my dice rolling has not been very efficient here as far as helping our friend here. And it continues onward. Now, because of that, let's see if this is within range. It also 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's not in range. He's not going to fly because basically, I'll put it to you this way. He can't get to him. He's only interested, the Elfin Kazi is only interested in one thing, our boy here. Now here's the good thing. We have range 2, so it's 1, 2. We're going to do a damage, and we're going to take away an attack ability, which is good. Which would have killed this spire and really helped us out, but it did not. Now the Harriers are going to move, and they're going to go 1, 2. Oh wait, yeah, he shot at him, so our Architect is still good. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is going to bring him here. Our Joust is going to move 2. All right, I think we can go to the side view. What do you think? I think so. All right. So we're going to try to get through this one wave, and then, as planned, we will continue the third wave later this afternoon or this evening or tomorrow. I plan on doing this whole scenario, so you guys get a good feel of how this fantastic, wonderful experience plays out. So they moved. They do not have any range or anything like that, and that's it for them. My dice rolling has to get better, or else we're going to have some problems here. So now this is where it gets a little bit interesting. So I'm going to move 2, 1, 2. He's going to move 2, 1, 2. I'm going to get Cram in here, 1, 2, and then try to get him out of here. 1, 2. He's going to move up 1. All right, so this is going to cause a few things here. All right, this Spire, of course, is going to attack. The Spire's attack first. Now, he cannot get over to him. He really wants to get over there. 1, 2, 3. He would be able to get over there and do his thing, but unfortunately, he can't. Now, can he come this way? 1, 2, 3. No, he would still be out of range of Cram. So that kind of stifles him. Now, this does have a range of 2, so that would be 1, 2, 3. Remember, we don't count this hex here. He can aim for the Architect or here. First things first, okay? He is going to aim at the closest target, which is going to be our dispatch. So we're going to roll 2 dice, which is good. We're going to get the minaret out of the way. Of course, he absolutely completely wipes him out, but he did his job, and that's the most important thing. Now, underneath, our Spire. Our Spire is going to attack at a range of 3 for 1 attack. So he's going to roll 1 die. Now, hopefully, we can miss the Architect here, which would be kind of nice. And he does 1, which I'll take every time. Thank you. The next thing is this particular is going to come after Cram. And he's going to attack. I think he would attack the Builder more than anything else. Spire's attack. Well, let's just check it. Let's just make sure that we're doing this correctly. All right, and Spire's range, Spire's attack. Spire's fire as part of the Onslaught phase. Okay, Spires cannot attack landmarks. It does not say which one they go after first. I would think it would fall right in line with everything else on this. So I'm going to spin this around. I'm going to tell you exactly how it goes. Darb. Okay, Mark. Cram. Opposing Fortress. So, oh wow, Darb doesn't even go after minions. Attacking Cram. Opposing Fortress. Opposing Spire. Opposition faction. So the faction is minion. Oh no, that's Cram. Okay. So I think everybody goes after the hero, then that, and then Spire. So he's going to attack him. So it's going to be 1 die. Hopefully he can miss. 1. He absorbs it, which is fine. Okay. So we are going to start our attack. I'm going to attack with Cram. Cram's going to attack 2 here, which is going to take this high rise out. Okay, because that's the last of that, and we're going to actually get rid of this. Thank goodness. We're going to get 3 for that. So that's going to help us out pretty greatly. And that is actually going to be fantastic. But that did cause a certain thing to happen here. Okay. So we're going to talk about that, because now they do their full movement. Oh, he's part of a Spire, so I'm not even worried about it. So, now, they're going to come and go 1, 2. He's going to go 1, 2. Because now they do their full turn. So he's going to attack, and he's going to do 2 damage here. Alright. Which is fine and dandy. The problem is, we get a retaliation, so we're going to do 1 back. We only get 1 retaliation. Okay, that's good. That already went. Now I've got to be able to plan out my next movement because I got to get Cram out of here, but I also got to get Cram to take some of these guys out. So they're locked. He's not going to go anywhere. Cram is. So we're going to do our next movement phase. So we're going to go 1, 2, because that's going to keep him out of range. 1, 2, 3, which I want. He's going to come up. Boy, I got to get this guy in there somehow. He's not going to move. All right, and now the spires are going to go. So now the spires are going to attack this guy here. And boy, we need some good rolling here, or else that guy's gonna be just completely wasted for no reason whatsoever. And okay, well, that's not too bad. On that particular roll, and you can see that there's a 2. He's armored, so he only takes 1 damage. Okay, that's fine and dandy. This spire here is going to attack, and he is going to roll 1 die. Now, if he gets hit, it's over for him. Well, yeah, 1. He's gone. So our architect is gone. Did his job. Now we're going to move 1, 2. That's all they can move. 1, 2. He's going to come after Cram and do 2 quick strike, 2 damage, but it only does 1. Cram is going to retaliate and do a damage which is going to kill 1 Harrier. We're going to get a CP for that. But because we killed him, we're also going to get an upgrade. So that's going to help us. Boy, this is going to get real tough real quick. And I've got to get him out of the way somehow. So I've really got to think this through. Oh, boy, I didn't see everybody. 7 p.m. here in Singapore. Perfect time. Well, hey, Dark Ghost. That's why I'm going to go a little bit longer. Cloudspire in the morning. I messed up the thing so badly. It was really bad. Speaking in a general sense, is this sort of a board game version of League of Legends? Yes, it really has that feel to it. Skinny Jean, how are you? I just want to say hi to everybody. Want to make sure in attacking that we got to retaliate, because I believe we do get a retaliation. So Onslaught phase, attacking, page 23 and 24. Minions attack if they have a valid target. Okay, heroes attack. Each hero may only attack once per turn. Ah, okay. Upgrade, leveling up minions. Each faction's minions have a unique way to be promoted. See the faction list. Okay, we can do that. Leveling up. At the end of the turn, in which only one faction has units in play, the faction heroes go into campfire mode for the remainder of the wave and are inactive. Oh, that's interesting. Retaliation. When one of your units attack an opposing unit and that unit is not defeated, it will retaliate if able. A unit retaliating deals attacks damage to the attacking unit. Each opposing unit will retaliate only once per turn, only if the attacking unit is within range. Talents, advancements, effects do not apply in retaliation. A fortress gate can retaliate multiple times per turn at the unlimited range, dealing 1 damage to each unit that attacks it. Spires do not retaliate. What about our guys? Do our guys get to attack? That's the thing that I kind of wonder. I would believe that we would get to retaliate. Maybe not, but we can always fix that in the next video. Alright, so it's our turn. Now we get our full turn, which is good. So they would get to retaliate. See, I could finish off. Yeah, because no matter how I look at it, I would... Yeah, okay, I got this. Okay. So even if that Harrier was there, I would have killed him regardless. Okay. So they only get to retaliate once per turn. So in this instance, we already did all our movement, which is fine. I've got to be able to survive this, okay? It's going to roll 2 dice. I cannot move because we're blocked. So let's do that. Alright, it's going to take 1, which is fine. Yep, that's going to take 1 from us because it has armored. Boy, that Allegius would have been great in this particular advantage. He is going to attack the... Boy, do I want to do that. Yeah, because they would get their turn. So he's going to attack him, but he's going to get retaliate for 2, which is going to kill him. But we also lose, we also kill the Harrier. And if we kill the Harrier, we're going to get 1 more there. He is going to attack. He's going to retaliate for 2. We're going to lose that, but the best thing about it is that we kill him. We take 1, and I can get an upgrade, which is going to help. Alright, so the Harriers are done. And we get 1 more CP. So we are up to 6 CP. I mean, source, excuse me. So we cleared this way here, which is perfect. Now it is their turn. Okay, they are going to go 1, 2. I'm going to get my guy out of range here. And I'm going to go 1, 2. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. No, that's out of range. 1, 2, 3. That's fine. That's out of range. Now, during my phase here, I'm going to explore. And what I'm going to do is on this gate port, now during my phase here, I can build a spire. I can build 2 spires during turn. So I'm going to use this peg here, and I'm going to spend 3 CP. I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm going to build a drilling outpost. And I'm going to build it right here. And that's going to have 1 armor. At the end of the turn, it's going to go away, and it is going to bring me 3 CP. Nope. I mean 6. It's going to bring me 6, which is key. So it cost me 3, but I'm going to get 3 additional. That's what I really want here. So now, this here is going to go into the path. Because I turned this over, it has an ability called, and I want to make sure I get it right, it's called Rift Walk. Treat this landmark as a path hex. Move it moving onto it instantly teleports. Okay, that's fine. But overload, that's the one I want to use. On your turn, if you have a unit adjacent to this landmark, you may spend 6 source to discard it and gain its reward. Boy, oh boy. Well, I just spent 3. That would have been too much of a risk. I think I did the right thing. we turned it over, and that's it. And Rift Walk. We could teleport, but there's not another thing out there to teleport, so we're not going to worry about that. So he's going to move his 2. This has no range here, so it's not going to do anything. And then what's going to happen here is I'm going to move 2 on my turn. 1, 2. This still keeps me out of range. 1, 2, 3, which is perfect. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm out of range of the kamikaze here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack him for 2. Okay. He's going to take 2 damage. And then he's going to retaliate for 2, which I'm going to take 1 damage there. Awesome. Now it is going to be my turn once again. And once it's defeated, it doesn't retaliate. Okay. My turn, I'm going to stay right where I am. I'm going to finish him off. Okay, and killing him gives me an upgrade. So again, I'm going to take a shield. That's going to kill him. That's going to give me 2 more CP, which is going to bring me up to 5. He goes into there. That goes into there. We're out of range of everything. We have... Yeah, he's got 3 health, so he's barely hanging on, believe it or not. Our mining thing goes away here at the end of the turn, and that's going to give me 6. So now I'm up to 11 in source, not CP. I keep on saying that. So now we can start to kind of work our way around and start building some things that we really need to build this next coming wave. So we survived the wave. These things are jacked up. Darb is going to come in on the next wave. So we got a lot of things going on, but we're going to worry about that because we're going to save wave 3. Maybe we'll just get our setup, and then we'll do wave 3 later. What time is it? 7:22. I do have to get to the gym. So let's take a look and see what happens here, and I'm going to give you another view of this so you guys can see where we're at. So now here we are. We're on wave 3. I'm going to get 9 CP. Okay, so I'm going to be able to build some things. We're going to have to deal with Darb. Okay. And stuff like that. But first, we got to do things in order. So let's do it in order. So we're going to roll on this event die. And we're going to see what happens. So I'm going to roll. Let me get this out of the way. And I'm going to roll right here so you guys can see it. How's that? 2. Ugh, Darb gets an attack die. Great. So he's doing 3 attack every turn. That's awesome. All right. Now, Darb is going to be on the bottom. There's no doubt about it. He's going to go last out of here. All right. They're going to get... We're going to set them up first. Add wave 3. No, we don't add anything to... Okay, so it's 3 Harriers again. These Harriers are just brutal. A Joust on its upgraded side. Which, Fury Kick, what the heck is that? Well, let's find out. See, Darb's my boy, too. I really like Darb, okay? Darb is cool looking. I mean, I want to play the heirs, but I'm going through this beginning. Fury Kick, listen to this. When attacking a minion, this unit trades places with it prior to applying the damage. The damage from this attack is dealt to all opposing units adjacent to this unit. Oh man, you got yeah, we got to get some spires up here. We definitely have to get some spires up here. I can't build anything here because it is not going to help me. But I do have a spear influence, so that's how I'm going to deal with the Fury Kick. So he's going to be able to move 3. He's going to have 4 health, so he's going to be pretty jacked up, and he's on his own. And we're going to get him on top of there, like so. Then we have our 3 Furies, which we've been dealing with Furies this whole time. I honestly don't think we can win this, but man, this is just... Okay, so that's there. And I need 2 more. I don't know. Oh, there. And what's been working for them is just sending the Harriers out in full force here. I had another Harrier around. Oh, here it is. And we're going to add 2 to that. So that's going to jack up that. You can't see that, it's off camera, but I'm going to show you right now. Their pile here is pretty deep. So there's a lot of stuff we have to face, but we also have to take this out. So now I got them all set. So they're all prepped up and ready to go. So now let's just go through it. We're going to go through our income phase, which we have 11. We have 11 source. And we're going to go into our build phase here. So what kind of spot? Well, first we've got to spend our CP. Now our CP here, and I just want to show you, I've already upgraded the assembly. Architect minions deploy on their promoted side. I can buy that for 4. I need to do a smelt, so that's going to cost 6, which is going to leave me 5 left. So I'm going to be able to buy a siege tower, and that's going to have 2 range and a lance launcher. Which is better, siege tower or lance launcher? That's on the promoted side. Oh no, I could just build them. But that's going to cost 6, and this one's going to cost 4. Wow, that's going to be spending a lot of CP. Jeez. Or do I just go with what I can get and just try to upgrade all my units? I can build not a drilling outpost, but I can drill. Boy, siege tower really would help. A dispatch platform, which would give, every time it takes something out, it has 1 additional range. There's 1 attack die, 1 thing. It's going to cost me 4 to get it out. Dispatch platform. But if I build that and I spend that would be 10, and I would still have 1 over. Okay, so if I buy this at 4, alright, we upgrade our honor pit. So I'm going to upgrade the honor pit. That means all Battleborn are going to come out. So that's going to be 4. So it's going to take me down to, from 11. That's the hard thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to 7. I need 4 left over. What can I get for 3? Drilling refinement. I might as well take that, because I'm going to get 3 source at the beginning of every income phase. So source, I might as well. And then I'm going to build a dispatch platform, which is going to go right here, and that is, it has splash, which is good. So I need to put, just so you guys see, a range and attack. Now hopefully this thing can take a few things out and upgrade, because it can upgrade up to 3 times. And we really want to get the range in there, so it's going to get 1 die attack. So it can possibly do the damage I need it to do. I need to get Cram out of the way. Now that that's here, this becomes a Sphere of Influence. So now what I have is 9 CP. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to... Okay, that spends that up, all that up. So I'm complete. My source is completely gone. I can build something during a phase and hopefully take that out in some way. That's if I can get some CP here. That rift doesn't do me any good. Cram's in trouble. He needs one more upgrade somehow, some way. So what do I do with 9 CP? Well, I'm going to bring out that Allegius again. He was good. So he's going to cost 4. So that's going to bring me down to 5. Jeez, do I do this that way? I have 9. He's going to come out on his good side. We're going to bring battle board. So that's going to be 6. But he comes out on his jacked up side. And then, yeah, I think I gotta go. Do I go 2 Battleborn or do I go? Jeez. Or do I take? Yeah, there are really some hard decisions that you have to make here. Going into this. The Architect, if I bring out the Dispatch, at least I have the 2 range, but he only does 1. Or I can go with the Battleborn and just... I think I go... well, that leaves me with 3. So that's 5. Hold on. No, that actually leaves me with 4. I could do 2 more Battleborn. 4, 6, no. 4 and 2 is 6, so a 3. Yeah, everything's tough. Yeah, I guess go with the 2 range, because it really doesn't matter. Or do I do the 2 damage? I just can't seem to get around here. That's the problem. Yeah, I gotta go with the 2 range, because I can't get to this guy until I come all the way around. Yeah, I think that's the way I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have to slow this completely down in some way. Alright, so 3 for him. 3 for him. And Battleborn gets 3 on his special side. Wow. There is no easy way around this. Yeah, I think that's the only way I can do this, is do it that way, right there. And hope I can slow these guys down enough. Alright, there we go. We're set up for the next wave. But what does that mean? It is 7:43, so that means... We've been on for an hour and 20 minutes. Okay, I feel a lot better with this. This bothered me all night, and I wanted to make sure that I did this correctly. We redid this. We got to wave 3. We're gonna continue on. We've got to take out these spires. These spires are just absolutely murder. But we're dealing with some serious stuff coming around here. So Cram is banged up. We're going to see about what we can do to help him. we're going to see about trying to get some other things involved here. We've got to at least get this one of these spires out of the way. We've got to start chewing this marinette down. If we can do that, we're going to be in good shape. The problem is getting around there where you can do it. You always have to keep moving forward. So hopefully we can get there and do the damage that we need to do. We hope. And hope remains eternal, let's put it that way. So I'm pretty excited about this. We've got to keep Cram out of the way. We've got to get Cram into this fight somehow and try to drill this down a bit. But I can't get him all banged up either, because business is definitely going to be on the negative here. All right. All I can say is we've done it all. Andy, I know the stream is over when you pop in. That's the way it usually works. All right, so we got everything all set up. I feel pretty good about it. We'll be back this afternoon. We're going to do part 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I think it flowed a lot better. Yesterday there was just dead air. There was just everything that can possibly... it was just a horrible stream, so I deleted it. I redid it this morning, and we played it through. We fixed all the mistakes that we made, and I think we are on our way to having a really good experience with this. I'm going to do the solo campaign. I'm going to do a co-op campaign, and of course I'm going to do what you're going to see is I'll do a PvP where I'll play both sides. Of course, I'm going to favor the airs when I face the brawn. I don't like the brawn. All right, until next time, it is your old pal Rob. Listen, have a great day. We will see you guys very soon. I hope you enjoyed it a lot better. So I feel a lot better. I can rest. I really take this seriously because I want to bring you guys the best I can, and that's all I can say to it. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon.